Welcome to Wednesday Night is Overbooked. It is here, folks. We are in Wrestlemania week. WWE superstars are already showing up here in lovely Las Vegas, and we got a lot to talk about going into the weekend. Welcome, everybody. We'll start off first. The man to my stage, right? The lovely, the talented, the horribly bad takes. It is Left Eye Ego. Ego, how are you, sir?
Doing good. Again, it is WrestleMania week. I'm ready to get this show on the road, as well as give you all my absolutely base takes, not terrible takes, as some people would say, but I'm ready for it nonetheless.
They're awful. Okay. And directly under him, from an undisclosed location in somewhere in Las Vegas due to the witness relocation program, he actually can't speak on this. It is the Duke Devil 95, Bradley Burnett. How are you, sir?
Oddly enough, I'm $75 up.
Nice.
I don't know how the hell that happened.
I'm actually counting what I made at work last night. I am $400 up. So I'm
There you go. Nice.
Well, I'm not counting the work.
Well, and directly beneath is the Matster Matanza Cueto, Matt the Unbearable 73. How are you, sir?
Doing pretty good today, hopefully. We'll keep going here.
Yes. This is an exciting week, the biggest week in professional wrestling in the entire industry. Yep. Along with this is a pretty big weekend with our little community here in the YouTube community, as we have a big gathering here this weekend as well. But we got a lot to talk about to start off with, and we're going to start off actually not with WrestleMania. We're going to start off with, could we be adding another name to the long list of people leaving AEW for the WWE? This is Mariah May. Now, she's the former AEW Women's World Champion. Recently dropped her title to Timeless Toni Storm again. And it has been hinted at that, who was I listening to? It was Brian Alvarez, that her contract is up sometime this summer. And she is actively saying she wants to come to the WWE. Now, before we get into any specifics, Ego, thoughts on yet another AEW talent, the wanting to come to, as the sickos call it, the Fed.
You mean like in terms of just saying like the overall, just first thoughts, or like more specifics of it? What we think about it?
First thoughts.
First thoughts is it's a disturbing problem. Like when they say in dating, if everyone keeps leaving you, maybe they're not the problem. And I think it's more so emblematic of Tony Khan, but I'm like, damn, another one? Like, why can't you keep any people? I'll get this pretty specifics later, but that was just my first thought. Is like, damn, another person left you?
All right. Brad, thoughts?
Obviously, I'm not very familiar with AEW, but you got to be thinking the same way Ego was just saying. It's like, why do they keep losing all these people? I mean, it seems to be they're getting all the old guys who are at the end of the career, and they're staying just to finish off their career for the, the benefits of extended vacation, extended injuries. But the newer talent, they seem to be wanting to be a little more active and maybe more engaged than whatever Tony Khan is putting together with his wrestling figures. But other than that, I mean, I'm seeing very much a Tiffany-esque appearance to her.
So the Mariah is quite young. She's 26. Matt, correct me if I'm wrong. Before she was full-time with AEW, she was with New Japan or Stardom. Is that correct?
She was with Stardom, with what's her face, that short female wrestler. I can't remember her name right now. The one who was in Stardom, Mina Surakawa. Yeah.
Okay.
And she had all the women in Stardom have anime names for their characters, like Pretty Princess May or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. Along with Io and Kyrie.
Yeah, they're all they don't wrestle under like real names or what you think of like normally. They're all like anime names. Anyway.
Okay. So really quick, because you are closer to the story than anyone else. Your first thoughts when you heard this story?
So the way it lays right now, WWE is the Major League, NFL, NBA. They're the top level promotion, right? So if you want to have a career in wrestling and have the best career, there's only one place right now to do that, and it's WWE. New Japan, W, AAA, CMLL, those are Lucha Foundation places. They're all like AAA and AA baseball, right? Or like the Canadian Football League. You know what I mean? They're right. They're wrestlers go there. They can make money. They can have their careers. But to have the actual legendary career and to make the most money, you need to be in WWE. That's why Stephanie Wakour went to WWE since she was young.
Correct.
Now, the one caveat here is that, unlike everyone else, Tony Khan is not money starved. He can compete financially with WWE, but his promotion basically is a niche product at this point. For those of us who want to watch old ECW style wrestling, that's predominantly what we get, And his storyline just stuck, And this is the final point. Her and Tony Storm did the best storyline in W for the past 2 years. Well, best year because Swerve and Hangman was a great storyline too.
I'll go as far as to say, not only was Tony Storm and Mariah the best women's story in AEW, it was the women's story all last year.
Yeah,
in pro wrestling.
Yeah. So what it was Timeless Tony Storm has a character who is a starlet, that sort of thing, but she's also a mentoring character. So she brought Mariah May in as the kayfabe, obviously, and mentored her as her junior, basically, and taught her the ways of Timeless Tony Storm. And eventually, Mariah May betrayed her, won the title. They had a
great segment too. Great segment.
Yeah. And it played out until finally Timeless Tony Storm tricked her back and got the title back. So great storyline. And
now one could argue that the Mariah's title reign was pretty lackluster because she was just holding the belt until Tony came back.
Well, that's what the problem with AEW is. Unless the wrestler themselves says, okay, let's do something. If you depend on Tony Khan, he's just going to he doesn't do storyline. He just does like little match rivalries where like someone challenges someone, they have a couple matches and it's over.
Right.
There's very rarely do you get like the great storyline with Hangman and Swerve. That's those two guys who came up with that. Where Swerve was in Hangman's allegedly in Hangman's house, where looking over his baby in the crib, Hangman burnt down Swerve's mom's house, and all horrible things. But the wrestlers coming up with that stuff, not Tony Khan.
So this has also been thought of as the Mariah is just being a smart business person, because this, according to the Wrestle Purists, there are some who believe that Mariah is expecting to go to WWE. There are sources who claim she is being wise, maximizing her leverage and negotiating power. So could this be more on the specific side that the Mariah is... Hello, sir. We are. That Mariah is using what's been done in the past with Ricky Saints, Penta, Ray Phoenix, now Alistair again, and a lot of these talents that have been asking for their release as just a way to leverage and maybe get more the money, more creative control with AEW. Quick thoughts. Anyone hop in?
Just
go. You guys go first.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Actually, Brad, as a contract lawyer, if you were her lawyer, would you be advising her to kind of do this leverage play thing?
I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, you got to maximize your potential, and she's showing herself her skills and everything where you want to go. Now, obviously, like we all know, Tony can just throw any money he wants, but is that what she really wants?
Right.
I mean, you can get the money, but the question is it the best thing for you to be there? That's the thing.
Ego thought?
I know that Tony Khan could give her a boatload of money, but studies show like statistically over 70 grand. If you make more than that, you don't really change in your happiness. And the last thing you want to be is an unhappy wrestler with a lot of money. And so with that, I would say, hey, look, I need to open this up and keep my options open, but I want, to have some ownership in the story that I'm crafting. I'd want to, I don't know how merch sales work or anything like that, but I'd want a piece of that.
AEW and merch don't really go hand in hand.
What?
Thomas Tony Storm is their top female merch seller.
I know, but do you get a cut of the merch that has their name on it? Okay.
Of course they do.
But they don't. But it doesn't go hand, like that's a separate negotiation.
No, it doesn't make it. It's not near on the level that WWE is.
Right.
They're not selling. They're not selling.
I'm
well,
out.
they sell, but relative to not being the top of the promotion.
Nah. Okay. I mean, AEW is more than likely out for me. But I mean, the thing is, I'd stay non-committal, court everybody, and not really commit to any until I have like all the offer sheets in front of me, make the best decision. But AEW would not be on that list for me.
So this brings up an interesting point, as Ego and Brad have said. We talk about Stephanie Vaquer, the current NXT Women's Champion, who I will be seeing live Saturday the morning. When she was in contract negotiations, she was approached by both companies. And when she came to the WWE, Tony made the first offer, and Paul Levesque and Nick Khan said, we can't match that. So if that's where you want to go, we wish you all the best. Shawn Michaels personally called her. And in the interview that she had with this podcast, she said he spoke about some very personal things that I'm going to hold to me. And for me, it was never about the money. This has been her dream to get to the WWE, which I assume most young wrestlers growing up, this has been their dream, to get to the WWE, to get on that WrestleMania stage, to get on, to have that WrestleMania moment.
It's like college kids when they go early from basketball or football to the NBA or NFL. It's like, it's my dream. Yeah, I could stay here, but my dream is to do this.
Right. All right. So Matt, let's close out this thought to do with you.
She's obviously is playing in for money, but I think she will take less money to go to WWE because it's the big league, so to speak. Now, how much money? Like Tony Khan says, offers 5 times as much money. She might not resign just because you can't say no to like $30 million or some crazy number like that. But she's clearly this again. If Tony Khan wants to get his promotion to the point where he can retain his talent and pull more than just certain types of regardless, he has to fix his program. He has a niche audience, those who want to see that old style ECW style wrestling.
Yeah, the sickos.
But
his words, not mine.
Yeah, but you can do more. You can have more in there, and he needs to get a whole bunch of writers to actually write storylines, not just have him and the wrestlers doing it on their own. There's a whole bunch of changes he would need to do.
Internet hacks.
Yeah,
Now, speaking of the sickos, once this rumor broke, they're out, folks. The AEW sickos are out. Actually, she was never good and isn't even that hot.
That's got to be an incel.
You think?
Clutches my pearls.
Like if I were ranking in my lifetime the 5 hottest female wrestlers I've ever seen, she's in it.
Oh, definitely.
I'm like looking at these photos. Is she also a model? Yeah, she's also a model, for God's sakes.
Yeah, damn. Okay.
And she has the in-ring charisma to be an elite level star.
Yes, absolutely. She does. All right. So now it is time to talk WWE, why we are here, and of course,
Hey, Rock, go fuck yourself.
You know,
This is gonna be a
No.
thing. I see. Okay.
I know I know they did the heel turn perfectly, but just as how my brain works, I would have had John Cena walk out with a T-shirt that says Plan B.
That would have been
See,
awesome.
thought he picked up on it.
You and Plan B. That's odd.
Because there's always a Plan B, my friends. There's always a Plan B.
I'm sure there's a lot of that going around in wrestling locker rooms. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So, but by the way, folks, make sure to look down below in the description. All of our information is there.
I'd say you better subscribe or we'll bash in some skulls, right?
And also check out that lovely Joker Voice merch store. No product placement there at all. Okay, so night one, we have 7 matches per night. So we're gonna start with, and we're gonna start with Ego, then Brad, then Matt, and we're gonna go around the horn, match by match. Give who you think is going to win and a brief reason why.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with night one. And the first match, are in no particular order. We've got Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano.
Arriba!
Ego.
Oh man, I really want El Grande Americano to win. I really do, because it would be awesome. I can keep this going longer. I think Rey Mysterio is going to pull it out. They're going to do a whole unmasked thing, and I'd be like, "Oh, it's Chad Gable." Can't believe it. I know. It's going to be one of those.
That's not Chad Gable. That's not
It's
Chad
gonna be
Gable.
Chad Gable hates luchadors. He's afraid of them.
It was just. I really wish I could have this gimmick keep going on, but I got Ray winning this one.
But Ego,
Yeah.
have we ever seen? But we've seen Chad Gable and El Grande in the same area at the same time. So clearly, it's not Chad Gable.
That is true. I mean, unless
Wait, I know who El Grande is. It's Hulk Hogan.
in this match, unless he interferes in this match, I think that El Grande Americano might lose. Unless Chad Gable interferes against Rey Mysterio.
Okay, Brad, your thought?
Same as Ego, exactly. If he's gonna get unmasked, it's just. I wish he could.
Man.
I want to continue the gimmick though. That'd be fun.
That'd be awesome.
All right, Matt, your thought?
I'm infuriated by this match. That bastard Rey Mysterio and that bastard El Grande Americano are conspiring to keep Chad Gable out of WrestleMania.
2 years in a row.
2 years. Okay? I mean, in fact, Chad Gable should do like his ultimate mentor Kurt Angle, drive in a milk truck and blast them both to hell. And stand on top.
You're not wrong.
Stand on top of the luchador corpses with his arms held high. That's what should happen.
This is WrestleMania. WWE is not Luchador Mania. I mean, what the hell?
So
Exactly.
Who do you have going over, Matt?
I think El Grande Americano is going to win. He'll shake Ray's hand and join the luchador faction.
Ew. Now,
I think they're going to take this gimmick to Mars. That's how they're going to go with this thing.
okay.
I would.
My thought is this. So we're going to be split on this because I also say El Grande Americano is going over in this match because this is his actually Chad Gable's first WrestleMania singles match ever.
Okay.
Ever. Now, if this is a one and done, Ray wins. But I think you're gonna play this out a little bit because you've got the Backlash, the Money in the Bank, Night of Champions, SummerSlam, all coming up.
Oh my God. SummerSlam match is set. It's going to be El Grande Americano and Rey Mysterio versus Carlito and Dominic Jr. Gold, my friend. Gold.
No, this is what's gonna happen. You can get in the you can have this be a little series where the final match is a mask for mask.
Ooh.
So,
I could take that to SummerSlam. Okay, that'd be awesome.
I think we need to introduce a new character called Ice Agent who goes after El Grande Americano.
Wow. You went there. So,
that'd be hilarious.
El Grande Americano, I pick for the win.
Very Vince inspired.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
I kind of want
All
to
right.
see it. That'd be awesome.
For the World Tag Team Champions, the World Tag Team Championship also will be defended on night 1.
Seriously, no one cares.
As it will be the champions, the War Raiders, versus Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the New Day. Ego, your pick on who wins and why.
This whole New Day heel turn has been super mid. I mean, I guess they're almost going to have to put the tag team titles on to give them something. Otherwise, like, they don't really move the needle as I know that they had to do the Big E heel turn. It's like since that time, they haven't really moved the needle on any of their real matches. I want the War Raiders to keep the tag team titles, but I don't see how you pass up giving it to New Day to give them some kind of edge, some kind of heel heat. So I got the New Day winning this one from the War Raiders. I don't know. I don't even know how the hell they're going to do as big as they are, but somehow they'll do it.
All right. Brad.
I'm agreeing with Ego, and it's really becoming strange that we're doing this so much.
Two
I
in a
know.
row.
I know. But it's going to be chicanery. It's going to be hijinks. The only way the New Day is going to be able to continue with their heel gimmick is that they have the belts and they rub it in everyone's face. That we finally got it back, and we don't need Big E anymore because we're the New Day. That's the only way it can keep going.
Okay. Matt, thoughts?
Okay. So obviously New Day is going to win this thing. Big E is going to come back as if he's helping the War Raiders, and he's going to heel turn too and be the New Day's manager.
Wait, who?
Big E.
Big E.
Ooh.
Just taking the heat off higher.
I like that.
We are all in agreement here because I also picked the new. Bless you.
Oof. Sorry, guys.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Because what was the point of the heel turn at this point? Now, there have been folks who are saying that this match does not deserve to be on WrestleMania. SmackDown's been doing a lot more with their tag teams, and they deserve a WrestleMania shot. Valid point. So the only reason this match is on a WrestleMania card, Big E's involved. It's the only reason. So, and I think it will be but I think the end result is the New Day walking out as the new World Tag Team Champions, 9-time champions. Next, Ego. Where'd he go? Hold on. Gotta jump back on my his screen blacked out. Oh no. So weird.
Were you going to talk about Jay Cargill?
Yes, I was. So we're gonna wait until he comes back for this one. So we're gonna go with another title match, and that is for the United States Championship. LA Knight, versus the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. Brad, thoughts?
I'm going to go with Jacob Fatu. I'm really tired of LA Knight. But obviously, I think Jacob has the in-ring ability to do it, and I think it's also going to drive more conflict between him and Solo Sikoa.
Okay. Matt, thoughts?
Jacob taking this title. LA Knight served his purposes, so it's time for him to go back and say no, and go away.
Okay. Ego, your thought? Jacob Fatu and LA Knight.
Jacob Fatu, I guess. On this one, I get LA Knight great. And you can do the LA Knight, yeah. But I mean, I think it might be time to move on. Give it to Fatu, give him something, because otherwise, I'm not saying LA Knight's boring. I'm just saying that I'd rather see Fatu.
Boring.
That's fair. You said it, not me. Fatu, someone that's actually that I can actually work near this brand. I'll have VM.
All right. I'm the oddball here. LA Knight is retaining. And here's why. You just put the belt back on him. The story is not about LA Knight. The story is about Jacob. And Solo, because again, in 3 weeks after this weekend, WWE Backlash, Solo is going to try to help Jacob and inadvertently cost him the match, leading to the Solo Jacob match at Backlash.
That's a good one. Okay, that works.
So there is no reason to take the belt off of.
Actually,
there's no reason to take the belt off of LA Knight now, especially because we've got Aleister Black coming back, the Miro possibly. You got Ray Phoenix now in the mix. So the SmackDown mid card is gonna get a lot more. Is gonna get a lot more talent infused. Alrighty, we were waiting for this one just for you, Ego. The match of who loves Bianca more. It's Jade Cargill versus Naomi. I'm gonna wait for you, Ego. Brad, let's start with you.
I'm now thinking if it's about who loves Bianca more, they should have put her in a shark cage above the ring.
I was going to suggest that. I would suggest that too.
The Bianca.
Absolutely.
The Bianca on a pole match.
Bianca on a pole.
Which in Vegas?
Bianca on a forklift.
I'll take Bianca on a pole for sure.
So, Brad, your thoughts?
This might be an ugly match. I don't think Jade's had enough time down in NXT or wherever she went. It's going to be Jade, though, because they're going to try to get a push out of her and then probably try to get her feuding with Bianca or something. But it's going to be ugly, and maybe Naomi can use her veteran skills to make something look decent. But I think it'll probably be 5 minutes.
Okay. Matt, thoughts?
5 or 10 minute match. Assuming that Jade can be halfway decent. I would prefer if Jade beats the crap out of her, ends the feud, and then goes into a mid-card program to gel with her skills. But other than doing that, WrestleMania, who knows? So there you go.
But who wins?
Jade.
Ego.
Okay. On the one hand, I love my action figures. All right. I do love my action figures. However, you got to know when to note this action figure can only be in one of two poses. That's standing straight up or falling over.
Well, you're not wrong.
As much as I would love Jade Cargill to win this match, she probably is going to win. Naomi makes a better choice for winning this and going to a future feud with Bianca Belair. I don't see Jade even winning makes it worse. Like if you can't, if you still can't, huh?
You're picking who to win?
Naomi said.
I'm picking Naomi to win. Like I hope that's who they're gonna probably make it Jade to get a push out of her, but it's like her coming back actually made it worse. Because I still don't. Her coming back doesn't scream face to me at all. It just says, "Oh, I want revenge." And there's something I get behind, but I was like, "Oh shit, you got to wrestle. You can't just do run ups anymore. You're gonna have to get in the ring eventually, and then your lack of in-round talent, despite your layoff, is gonna show." And so I'm like, "Damn, put her out. Naomi win, feud with Bianca, and have Jade Cargill get her skills up." Because I thought the layoff would help, and it has not, and that's very disappointing. So I'm picking Naomi to win.
Ego,
Sorry.
are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm already drinking. So what you got?
You're agreeing with Ego.
If this was a one and done, Jade wins. Absolutely.
I know. Yeah.
but Naomi's turned heel, and her heel work, her little heel promos have been very good.
Yeah.
I'm actually liking this work that Naomi is doing. She has a new finishing move. She hasn't used the ass to face move in a while. Yeah, she's using the lung buster. Very nicely done. So this is a feud that you need to play out. Naomi gets the first win. I'm not saying it's going to be clean, because there's going to be some girls in town also who are going to be performing earlier that day across the way at T-Mobile Center. I'm talking Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend, because Naomi's going to need backup. Just saying.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, dear God. Dream match to disaster. For the WWE Women's Undisputed Championship, the champion, Tiffany Stratton. Tiffy time versus Queen Bitch, Charlotte Flair. Ego, who wins and why?
I'm gonna tell you right now, it doesn't matter who wins. We all deserve the belt for being put through this bullshit. Okay. At this point, I don't even care. I mean, last year I thought this would be my dream match. I was so excited about thinking the possibility. Here it is, and it's like, this is awful. I don't like this. I don't want this. Tiffany wins in the end, but damn, I want a complimentary fan championship belt for having to endure this. It's been awful.
So Tiffany, then you say, right?
It's Tiffany time. So yeah.
Brad, thoughts?
I'm also leaning towards Tiffany Stratton. The question for me in this is how does the match go? How long is it going to be because of the problems we've already seen? And I mean, according to some rumors, there's actually legitimate heat between these two. And look, Charlotte's a bitch, and she can agree to lose, but still make Tiffany look bad
in the process.
Yeah.
Right.
Just to say, yeah, you got the win, but you look like shit. Just to fuck her over.
Yeah.
She's the type of person that would do that. I mean, that's where my thoughts are just on the match, but I think Tiffany will have the belt at the end. Unless there's like a possibility, what does Becky show up? I mean, I don't know.
Becky's retired.
I think she might be too. Which she
There
just
was
just
news.
decided.
There was
Yeah.
news or an announcement about it a couple days ago.
All right, Matt, your other thoughts
Well,
on this match? Who
I would
wins
say
and why?
Tiffany should win, most likely will win. The only twist in this is that Triple H has a personal connection with Ric Flair and the Flair family. He
won't be there.
No, that's not what I mean. He gave Charlotte our first WrestleMania moment, so there's a personal connection which he may overrule, like the logic of Tiffany winning with giving Charlotte like another title close to her dad's title level.
It's going to have to be an ugly win if she's going to get that, and she's going to have to be okay being a heel champion. I don't think she's got it in her.
Oh,
That.
Well, she has been a heel champion before, but as we discussed last week, she's never gotten this level of heat.
That's
from
what I'm
fans.
saying. Yeah. Like
Now,
I think she'll do that. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I go back to my original thought. If WWE is serious about creating new stars, Tiffany Stratton has to win. There's no question.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
All right. What the match that should open WrestleMania? Set the tone. We have for the World Heavyweight Championship the Ring General Gunther versus the walking Sharpie now, no longer a highlighter, Jay Uso. Ego, I'll wait on you.
You talking about the bland general versus the human highlighter reel known as Jay Uso. Mine's not Uso.
That's enough of that nonsense.
I think Eagle just gave me throat cancer. Oh,
And I smoke, so. Brad.
So probably we're going to be seeing this belt going to SmackDown. So that means we'll have,
If they change brands,
yeah,
that's a thought.
I think they're probably going to, just with who the star power is and who Netflix wants. So I think that there's no way that you can have lame event Jey Uso as the champion on Raw. Send him to SmackDown. Let him yeet with all the yeet heads. We all know he's winning, and it's a bunch of crap. The last week was the first time he gave any semblance of having any spine or indication that he really wanted this match, really wanted the belt. But even still, it was good for him, but I don't buy it. I don't buy his act. I don't buy I'm a hard edge. Yeah, he was trying to be harder than the Uso Penitentiary. Even the Uso Penitentiary is kind of like, you're just not hard ass. You're not a bad guy. You're not Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm sorry. You're lame event Jey Uso. You're just gonna yeet your way down to the stage. So it would be best to start at the beginning, so you spend 15 minutes just yeeting your way down.
Matt, thoughts?
lame event. Unfortunately, I think lame event Jey Uso is going to win this one. Upper Guns have this title for a nice solid, well over a year run, maybe 2 years, but that's not going to happen. That being said, I think lame event Jey Uso wins this, and then by the end of the year, whoever, either Roman or CM Punk, has this title.
Okay. All right, Ego. You know what? Just for this, because it's you, sir.
Well, for my man, for the main event for Jey Uso, guys, what we're talking about right now.
Not the main event. This is gonna open the show. So your thoughts on who wins and why?
First of all, because I am team Sharpie as well, I got the human highlighter reel. Okay, Jey Uso finally yeets his way to WrestleMania into everyone's hearts. For the first time, we're gonna get a real champ. Okay, the WWE desperately needs.
I was gonna give you more spotlight time, but yes.
No. I'm sorry. No, I know it's your show, but even I got to throw a flag on the play on that one. That's a load of crap, dude. If I had my flag with me, I'd throw it. What the hell?
Now, before I bring Ego back,
that is so cute.
It's necessary, guys.
I need to find Joker a clip where someone just goes, "Are you fracking high?"
Okay. Now, so I also have Jay winning this match. Now, I had said months ago that I had Jay winning the Chamber, and he was going to be in this position anyway. But you gave him the Rumble. You gave him the Rumble for a reason. The Rumble has prestige. That is one of your big 5 premium live events. You did it because Jay is incredibly over. We don't get to pick who gets over. The general fans do. And the general fans love Jey Uso. He sells a shit ton of merch. He makes the company a lot of the money.
Yep.
Gunther, as an in-ring wrestler, is far superior. Gunther is unable to have a bad match. It's impossible. Jey Uso is going to have the match of his life. And he's going to get it because he knows, as we said last week, he knows last year was a stinker.
Well, did they open last year too?
No.
Once you can get him to the finish line.
So it's going to be, and again, this is about the WrestleMania moment.
Mhm.
Jey Uso will win because he's over. And then Gunther will get fed Goldberg somewhere down the line to retire him and just chop the living shit out of him. That's for Bret Hart. That's for Bret Hart. That's for Bret Hart. And make his chest bleed. And then just again. That'd be awesome. Okay. Now for the real main event of night one. Are you frowning, Ego?
I seem like I just felt disrespected by the real.
Are you frowning?
That's all I'm saying.
Are you frowning?
No, I just smelled the.
Well, okay.
Match everyone cares about.
To make a point, the fact that your championship match is not the headliner says something about the quality of the match too.
It does not. It says anything.
It was also quality of the storyline.
So
that's what I mean. The match and storyline.
Here we go.
We had both.
The main event of night one. Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. With CM Punk, the OG Paul Heyman guy, with Paul Heyman in his corner. Ego, who comes out of this match with the win and why?
I've got Punk, man. It's just the fact that he's still owed a favor. I don't know what that is. And it involves Paul Heyman.
This is the
favor.
Oh, the favor is him being at his side.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I missed. I'm sorry. I probably still got Punk coming out of this. Some way he'll pull it out. I think things kind of got muddied when he won the Elimination Chamber and it was on his way to WrestleMania. Now it's gotten cloudy, but the original premise to me was like, hey, he's going to go for who the champ is going to be next. I don't know if that's going to be Cena, if he decides to stay in this or what, or even if he goes to Jey Uso, but I got CM Punk winning. I just want to see whoever his next opponent's going to be.
Okay, Brad, thoughts?
Honestly, I have trouble picking an actual winner in this, so I'm just going to go with who I want to win, which is Punk. Now, in the opposite of like someone saying, this is the champion, this is how you end the night. You end the night with three guys who constantly deliver their best. They don't have to do the best tonight because that's naturally what they do, as opposed to Jey Uso, who's going to have to try to give his best that night. And fortunately, he's going to have a very good in-ring wrestler to help put him over. Not one of these guys needs to depend on the other. They just need to make the story mesh, and it's going to mesh. I just don't know. I'm picking CM Punk because I want Punk to win because in my mind, he goes on to face John Cena. But honestly, I don't know who's going to win.
Okay. Matt.
Well, given the prominence of this match, I said on my video that I'm picking Punk as most likely to win, and he'll pin Rollins because Roman doesn't look weak. That being said, there's going to be shenanigans in this match. It's the first match of the night. We'll see at least one or two W legends. Maybe Taker makes an appearance here. Maybe that's how they make Roman look short. Taker comes down and throw Roman outside the ring to prevent Roman from winning or whatever. Whatever it is, there's going to be shenanigans. They'll probably see, Seth will get someone. Always a plan B, Seth Rollins. There's going to be some shenanigans in this match. Okay, I don't know what it is. The ideal scenario would be Brock Lesnar coming down, but
that's not happening.
Yeah,
Moxley's not coming down either.
Okay, so who do you have?
Well, I have
going
Punk.
over?
Punk.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think Punk is most likely to have that World Heavyweight Championship from Jey Uso by the end of the year.
Okay. We're in agreement. I also have CM Punk winning this match. I have him pinning Seth Rollins to win this match. Roman is not getting pinned. That's not happening.
Good point.
Now, you can make a case that Seth Rollins should win this match after everything he did for WWE last year. And you can't argue that. He did double duty. He was in a 45-minute tag team match to close out night 1, opened night 2, dropped his title, and then was also as involved as he could with his bad knees and his back in the main event. He did all of that for the company.
For the love of the game. Gotcha.
So you can make the case that they're going to give Seth Rollins this bone. However, with wrestling math, especially go-home math, for the last 2 weeks in the main event segment on Raw, who's been standing tall both times? Seth Rollins. As far as the storyline goes, I still think it works out the best. You have to have the match. John Cena versus CM Punk for the title at Money in the Bank. You have to have it. It is baked right there.
And this truly gives Punk his WrestleMania moment.
Right.
You know what would be interesting? So the other title, the Undisputed title, is the one that's the unified title of all the previous titles, right?
Right.
So if they were to reunify the titles and split them again, so both titles have the weight, to give them equal weight, so it's not that the W Heavyweight title is not the second other title. You know what I mean? Unify them once, then split them again. This way, both have equal weight, and then have Punk with one title versus Cena for the other, and have Punk unify them, then split them up. That would be an interesting storyline.
I don't like that idea because again, and plus we're also talking TV rights and each. So USA wants a champion on their show. Netflix wants a champion on.
Sure, no,
well,
sure.
you do it on the PLE and literally split it the very next night. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
It's just the goal is to get all the previous titles on both belts. You know?
Maybe. Okay, that brings us to night 2. And we're going to start with a match that was supposed to happen, has been changed, and may get announced officially this Friday, or it could be something, whatever mystery. And that was supposed to be Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. Now, Randy Orton is still going to have a match at WrestleMania. So, going around the horn, who do you think this mystery opponent might be? Ego.
I'm trying to think. I can't think of anybody, man.
I need to look at the roster.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Hold on really quick here.
Yeah, hold on, let's look at the roster.
I don't know who I would pick for this.
No, that's never going to happen. And I'll tell you why when it gets to my turn. And Rock can go fuck himself. That's just my.
I mean,
I seriously
Well,
need to see a roster.
while they're looking, let me go.
I'm looking at it.
All right, Matt, go.
Here's what I would have done. So when Orton was about to get into it with Nick Aldis, I've had Orton like brawling with him and beating up Nick Aldis. All of a sudden, Oba Femi's music hits. He runs down, beats up Orton, and saves Aldis, and stands over Orton and goes, "There's a new legend killer," and I knew my first, and drops him on top of him, and that's the WrestleMania match.
Well, Oba's already booked for Saturday.
So he can do Sunday too. He's Oba Femi, the future king of WWE.
He is not ready yet. Not ready yet.
You know what? I think I probably the only person I'd probably get is maybe Carmelo Hayes, and
That's
not
fine.
even for the. That's the only thing I could, huh?
Well, he'd certainly be set her up for a whole bunch of top rope RKOs that I know of.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just think
Oh my
someone's gonna
God!
an RKO.
And his 17th RKO out of nowhere off the top rope. Why does Carmelo keep going up there?
That's something.
That was, actually, that's not bad because I remember later, sometime last year, I said I thought he needs to have more of a push, and he's definitely got the talent. He's just not getting the eyes. And look, Randy knows where he's at in his career. He's here to put people over. I think that wouldn't be bad.
Okay.
That wouldn't be bad, actually. I kind of like that idea.
Here's my thought. Whoever Randy faces, irrelevant. It could be Nick Aldis. It could be Carmelo Hayes.
Michael Cole.
Not Michael Cole.
Oh,
and
I
definitely
got one.
not The Rock.
Randy,
Because-
time for some bad news, Randy.
And wait, no. Because 3 weeks after WrestleMania is WWE Backlash, which is being held in St. Louis, Missouri.
That's why his face.
Randy Orton is winning no matter what. Doesn't matter.
R-Truth.
No.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be funny.
Hey, Anthony. Hello, sir. I just subscribed to the channel. Awesome. Thank you very much. And again, also make sure you're liking, folks, because we do have a goal, double-digit likes. So make sure you hit that like button. It gives the algorithm some engagement. So definitely, thank you. And thank you for being here. Also the link to my channel, there's this nice little Joker Voice merch store you can get stuff from. I don't push my own product ever.
Chill.
Okay. Got it. Gotcha. Okay. So we're going to start. So that's one match. Let's go to AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Ego, thoughts?
We've had our fun with seeing Logan Paul's awesome new finisher. But when it comes down to
That's
it, it's
beautiful.
AJ Styles.
That's a beautiful
Yeah,
finish.
I'm like, yo, if that came out of you naturally, you put that together, that is phenomenal. Whoever taught you that, like, hey, fantastic move as well, fantastic creativity. It's great. I see AJ Styles winning, but I mean, damn, for a finisher and calling it the polarizer makes it even more douchey. But it's so beautiful to watch. So beautiful to watch.
Let me address this really quick here. I have a question. I'm not sure if you guys are watching Stand and Deliver this Saturday. I will be live. I will be there. But did you guys think Tony D'Angelo might be debuting a fifth member to the group? I have no idea. Frankly, that match against them and Dark State is absolutely a throne to get at their match, and it's probably going to open the show. Which there's another travesty, which you can catch Friday on my channel for my official predictions for WWE NXT Stand and Deliver. Okay, so Ego, you were going. Oh, I think
he went AJ.
AJ, all right. Brad, your thoughts?
I'm going Logan Paul.
Really?
Now that I think what I recall is he's going to be a little more consistent on TV, and I think this helped build more heat for him. He loves the heat. He loves the getting the the heat on him. But his promos have been kind of lame. So I think him coming out and bragging about taking out a guy like AJ Styles, I think that adds to his to douchebaggery and to his heel heat.
Okay.
And we know he's going to put some great moves on that. Dude is for celebrity, dude put in the work.
Yeah.
Well, he's a real
Matt, I know you think that this could be the match of the entire weekend.
Of pure in-ring wrestling. This is good. I am anticipating this to be the match of the show of both days.
So
this is like
who goes over?
I picked AJ.
Okay.
Because there's no real storyline for this. And you traditionally WrestleMania, either you end storyline with the heels winning, faces winning, or you start in the storyline with the heels winning. But I don't see a storyline going in the future. So this feels like AJ's going to win this, given age. AJ's been putting guys over for the last year or so. Feels like AJ's going to win this one.
Gotcha. So, interesting fact, which also influences my decision here. AJ Styles has not won a WrestleMania match since 2018.
Wow.
Logan Paul doesn't need a win. Logan Paul is basically bulletproof as a heel.
Yeah.
Does not need the win. And if they want to move AJ into that main event for one final run, title runs at this, he's going to need this win. AJ needs the win way more than Logan Paul does. So that's why I have AJ Styles to win.
Hey, Joker, are you keeping track of all these picks?
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to score them out next week to let us know how we did?
Yes.
Okay, that's checking.
Okay. In a Sin City street fight, whatever that means, I have no idea.
I was going to ask you. You live in Vegas.
I have no idea.
I
What
mean,
It's yet another name for an ECW style hardcore.
I'm assuming there's gonna be table games, poker chips, cards.
I want to see
flying
someone
around,
smash someone with a slot machine.
maybe, or someone wearing one of the showgirls' head dresses
it's
during
got
the match. We can only hope for that. It's Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. Ego, your thoughts?
I got Damian Priest winning this one. I've seen him get the upper hand on some of the, I guess the run-ups that they've had so far. It'd be good to see him win against Drew McIntyre. And the case is a wrestling match as chaotic as this one is. I'll give him the edge in this one. So yeah, I got him.
Okay, Brad, thoughts?
Again, I don't really care, but I would prefer to see Drew McIntyre because I don't like Damian Priest that much. That's what I want. I want to see this more of a cinematic style. I want to see him wrestling down the strip. I want to see him fall into.
You might get some of that.
You might. You never know.
Fall into the fountains of Bellagio or something. Just suddenly come through the casino or something, just fighting in the casino. That would be interesting. That'd be fun. Take advantage of where you're at, for God's sakes. But yeah, I'd like to see Drew win. I think Drew is a better character than Damian Priest.
So you're going Drew?
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay. Matt, thoughts?
So Damian Priest is still on his little positive push. He's the face. There's no story so I expect him to go over in this match. This is basically a hardcore match. So we'll see a bunch of hardcore spots with tables, ladders, maybe the brawling audience, maybe they go to the fountain, maybe they do a Titantron spot. I expect that with remember, Damian Priest is the modern he's a mini Undertaker basically. So we might see like a chokeslam off the Titantron or something like that.
I thought it was a different name.
No.
So
I didn't say it.
Well, I mean, Priest to Priest thing, he does Undertaker move because he loves the Undertaker. He's his favorite wrestler. So that's why, and he had to take his permission. So I anticipate Priest winning this one.
All right. Okay, Brad, I'm with you on this one. These two put on good matches, good in-ring matches. I mean, we've seen this all throughout last year. They decided to drop that feud a little bit and tend to send them on different directions. And so this is probably the blow-off of this. Now, Damian Priest generally got the upper hand on Drew in every encounter. Damian Priest also eliminated Drew from the Royal Rumble, and he eliminated him from the Elimination Chamber. Drew gets a measure of revenge. Drew to win.
I like it.
Okay. For the Women's Tag Team Championship, we have the champions, Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan, versus the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria and Bayley. Ego, your thoughts on this illustrious title?
Again, it doesn't matter who wins. I want a tag team championship for having to go through this. Okay, I get it. You want to have someone that can take on Liv and the crew, but I mean, Valkyria already has an Intercontinental Championship, and she still can't get over with the crowd. To me, with the belt on her, so putting her next to Bayley isn't going to have any shine to rub off on her. This needs to be over and done with in less than 10 minutes. I need Liv and Raquel to win this thing and put this crap to bed. I do not want to see Lana Victoria with an Intercontinental belt and one half of a tag team championship. If all of her matches for the last 2+ months that I've all seen have been absolute basura.
What are you having against the main event, Lyra Valkyria?
Is he in New Orleans again?
I delved deep with that one, didn't I?
No. If I were to be drinking more after this, but no, I am not.
Brad,
Out of town for
thoughts?
work.
All right, so I'm going to pick Liv and Raquel. I agree with Ego. We don't need Lyra to have two belts, and also the personality void that is Lyra Valkyria. Why do we want that? I mean, here's the other look.
In ring, she's
Bayley-
great. In ring,
she's
good.
great. She's great. Yeah, but the problem is she's like suck charisma, charisma black hole.
Right.
And Bailey, I like Bailey, but we're transitioning to the next generation.
By the way, folks, we just hit 10 likes. Thank you very much. Let's go for more. So keep that going, folks. Sorry, Brad.
Yeah, Bailey's the previous generation. We got with what's coming in. This is the next generation. So with Matt saying like Becky's basically retired at this point, Bailey probably is going to be taking more of a mentor. Put the people over role because she's had her run. And Liv. I mean, come on, Liv has been killing it this year.
Been amazing. MVP of last year and the MVP so far of 2025.
And at the same time, look, when I say, Lyra's a personality void, that's fine for Raquel to be a personality void because she's playing the China role, the silent China role, and Liv is all personality in this combo. That's it. That's what you need.
Okay. Matt, thoughts?
Well, I generally speaking can't stand Lyra Valkyria. So, it has to be part of my name. But anyway, I'm predicting Liv and Raquel. If JV, if you're going to bring up what you brought up when we talked behind the scenes about this, I fully support that. But so all you bring up what you brought up there.
Okay.
And my pet peeve about Lyra Valkyria is she plays a Celtic character, but she has a Norse name.
No.
So it really irritates me as a fan of mythology and folklore and all that when you mix up like that.
Okay. So the reason that this match exists is because Liv Morgan was not on the WrestleMania card last year. And with the work she's done in 2024 and now to not have her on again is a crime. Liv has been killing it. Absolutely killing it and deserves to be on the Mania card. Now, this match is less about Liv and Raquel. It's about Bayley and Lyra. They're going to lose. That's going to cause a split of those two. Bayley goes heel because Bayley's a much better heel than she is a face. And now you can put some heat on this belt.
Finally.
With possibly Bayley the winning. So now Lyra has to do that babyface chase, and Bayley can pull something out of her to get her more over with the crowd because Bayley's very good as a heel. This is what she does well. So Liv and Raquel to win. Now, Liv and Raquel are part of the Judgment Day. We also have two members of Judgment Day in another match for the Intercontinental Championship in a fatal four-way. Braun Breaker versus Cero Miedo Penta versus Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio. Ego, your thought?
I really like the idea of Dom Mysterio leaving WrestleMania with the belt. Ever since you mentioned it, it made sense. It's the one person that gains everything, gains a win, but nobody loses. Like everyone after this comes out with their own storyline moving forward. In fact, putting the title on someone else is going to promote whatever story or momentum they're going to have. I don't know if that means Finn Balor has to eat yet another pin, but I mean, it would push the storyline for the two of them to feud. Leaves Braun Breaker for a big singles push for a World Heavyweight Championship, possibly. Even frees up Penta for if he's going to go after the USA title, or at some point later down the road, he decides to go for the Intercontinental Championship. Dom Mysterio winning is the only way that everybody wins, even if he wins. So I like that angle, and I take that.
Brad, thoughts?
I think it's too soon for Penta to have the belt, even though he's completely over with everybody. Finn Balor, everyone thinks he's irrelevant. He needs to have a change. in his character. Braun Breaker's going to find his own way. They're probably going to start pushing him towards a higher level. Dominic Mysterio, like you said last week, makes sense. And I think he's going to win, beating Finn Balor, using some of the skills of his true father, Eddie Guerrero. And then he's literally, as champ, he's going to be Eddie Guerrero, heel champion. That's going to be with him and
Latino cheat.
Present day.
Latino cheat.
Latino cheat.
All right, Matt, your thoughts.
Again, obviously, as a fan of his, I want Penta to win, but I picked Dominic. I think that's the most likely outcome. Now, as you said, Braun Breaker could be interesting. So, like, have Jacob have the U.S. title for a while, then have Braun and him do a program for that. You know, just this way before Braun goes to the top level titles. You know,
yeah, brand splits don't matter now. We're just gonna cross.
I don't think they matter that much because they only matter for the first month, and then all of a sudden the wrestlers are on both shows. You know, so anyway, so Dominic wins this. It would be great if Dominic and Liv went to like Ray's house and to show off the belt and they wrecked Ray's house again. You know.
So the more
better yet, the Dom and Liv go Vegas, right, and wreck the Strip, and they arrest Ray for it.
That would be hilarious.
And then Agent Ice comes in and deports him.
That's got to happen. God, I wish the Big Boss Man was around because he played that.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
So the more I'm hearing it, the more I love it. I love the idea of Dominic the winning because, again, in a fatal four-way, Finn can eat a pin. It's not going to hurt him. And you protect Braun and you protect Penta by not taking a pin. Dominic Mysterio leaves Las Vegas, the biggest jackpot winner of everybody.
Oh my God, I can see it now.
He gets to leave.
Can you hear the booze?
Well, he gets to leave with the IC title and Liv Morgan. I would hate to be housekeeping to clean up that room.
Ooh.
I can see it now. So Ray and Dom and Liv and Raquel destroy the Strip. Ray comes with his Latino group to stop them. Dom and his crew escape, and then Ray and all get arrested for it.
Hilarious.
That would be perfect. That would be like Triple H, read my mind. That would be a beautiful storyline. You know, that was when Dom was at his best when he was terrorizing people in real life. So if you think about how he got the heel heat, it wasn't in the ring work. It was like, remember Thanksgiving at Ray's house?
Seriously, no one cares.
Him and Ray destroyed it. I love that. I watch it every year. I'm
sure you do. Okay.
Also as good as when Booker T got his ass handed to him by Stone Cold in the supermarket.
Okay.
In fact, I'm going to watch it after this.
we have two matches left. The match that's finally happening. It's official, which I think could low-key could be a show stealer. Triple threat. Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and Io Sky for the Women's World Championship. Left Eye, your thoughts?
I think that to avoid the same situation we had last year, which was Io coming in as champion and leaving dethroned, that you'd have to keep it on Io. I don't know how they do that. I don't know what shenanigans ensue, but I just see Io leaving with the belt. They've done this whole constant disrespecting between Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley, not really seeing her as a real threat, a credible threat. So for the last 3 weeks, she's had to kind of prove herself. This is, hey, I'm actually the champion. You should be paying attention to me.
That springboard drop kick was absolutely beautiful.
It was fantastic. Yes, that was perfectly timed, set up well. Everyone sold it the way they needed to. It was awesome. So I see her winning this and actually retaining.
Okay. Brad, thoughts?
Ditto.
All right.
Honestly, exactly the same.
Yeah.
All right. Matt, thoughts?
Io and there will be some outside interference.
Okay. Did anybody watch Raw?
I only watch highlights.
I didn't
Okay.
check all of it now.
Because so each of these three ladies did a vignette. In Bianca's vignette, she said something that solidified my pick, because I also have Io. Because the big thing has always been Bianca's undefeated at Mania. Well, there was WrestleMania 34 when she was in the 20 women battle royal on a pre-show match. Bianca did not win. And folks say, well, those don't count. No. Pre-show matches still count because they've had title changes on pre-show. So in Bianca's vignette, she said, I'm going to continue my streak of never being pinned. And assuming the titles stay where they are you going to move Bianca to Raw when she still has her part in the story with Naomi and Jade? It makes no sense to put the belt on B. Rhea from a character perspective makes no sense, because all this is saying is that if you bitch, piss, and moan, you're gonna get a title shot.
Yeah.
Whereas B earned her spot. So I do see Io breaking the winless streak of Joshi's in the last 10 years and being the first Japanese superstar to leave WrestleMania with a championship in 25 years. So I have Io Sky.
Yeah.
And here it is, the main event, the main event. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Ego, who wins and why?
Yeah, man, Cena's got to live with the strap. I mean, for a heel turn as huge as this, that is technically 10 years. What should have been done 10 to 12 years
20.
earlier. Okay, I don't know my timelines, but 20. Yeah, okay, 20 years ago. Yes, he has to leave with it, or else this would have been the most wasted heel turn in the history of sports entertainment wrestling. So he's got to leave with it, no questions asked. I don't care how he wins. It's got to be. I think it's got to be straight up, and it's got to be brutal. No interference, no nothing.
Oh no,
just
there will
straight up just
shenanigans. There's gonna be shenanigans.
I know. I'm just saying it's not necessarily like squash, but it should be like absolute devastation on a level we've never seen. And maybe that takes shenanigans to exemplify or to illustrate, but either way, Cena's leaving with the strap.
Okay. Brad, thoughts?
Well, let's be obvious. I can't see Cena not leaving without the belt.
Gotcha.
It features into the storyline that we want later this year. And the heel turn has to be paid off.
Same this. Cena wins, heel turn, blah, blah, blah. There will be an army of interference in this match. It won't just be The Rock and
Travis Scott.
It'll be like 5 bloodline members, other guys, legends coming out.
Travis Scott will be there. And I wonder if Travis Scott is going to get a receipt from Cody Rhodes.
There'll be tons of you might see like Magnum TA come out with his cane and beat the crap out of The Rock, or
you may hear
that's Cody's godfather, by the way.
You may hear the glass shatter because he is in town.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, who's in town?
Stone Cold.
Yeah.
There's gonna be this is gonna look like a battle royal for at least 5 minutes.
Whoa, it is
like last year almost.
So, like everyone else, you don't do a heel turn like this unless you're gonna pay it off immediately. Cena wins. So that is the official WrestleMania predictions, which I have recorded, and I will be going with. We'll be talking about this next week, as I'll see how I was right on pretty much everything, and everyone else. You just need to learn to listen to me, even though I don't get the script. I don't. But now we're going to move into It is the Wednesday Night's Overbooked Top 5. And tonight, we had an idea from our Mr. Unbearable 73, Matt, a couple weeks ago, to have kind of our little top 5 Mount Rushmore. And I decided we're going to expand this a little bit. We're going to do top 5 male and female talent in the
We're talking active wrestlers now, right?
current roster.
Yeah.
NXT is available to be used as well. Now we're not exactly scoring this on a point system. It's just kind of showcasing who we think are the top talent currently within the WWE. So I'm going to start with you, Mr. Ego. You're number 5 male and female talent.
Before I do that, I need the full screen on me. Okay.
Oh dear.
Oh,
God.
we don't.
Please,
How's Jake?
it's necessary. It's very necessary that I do this, guys. Okay. I need to tell y'all something right now. There's one person that y'all think is on this list that isn't on this list at all. That is Jey Uso. On the top 5 male talent, he is not on this list at all.
Good. Smart.
Best take ever.
All right. So number 5, I've got the final.
But is that because he's female? You have him on the other list?
No. It's because at number 5, I've actually got the final boss, The Rock.
Bye. Nice having you on the show. He won't be invited back.
Go fuck yourself, Ego.
I had to do that. I'm joking. Number 5, I've got OVERBOOKED, NXT Men's Champion. Phenomenal wrestler, great in the ring. I saw some of his work with Trick Williams. It really did want me to. It did. I really wanted him to be more in ring than Trick Williams, even watching that match. So yeah, I love what he's doing. He's going to be a future undisputed heavyweight championship for the WWE at some point. Just a matter of time. And I like where his trajectory is headed. So I got OVERBOOKED at number 5.
And your
Woman.
number 5 lady.
Stephanie McCure, amazing. Like I said, once the mic skills improve, it's a wrap. Devastating finisher, great in-ring charisma, fantastic trajectory. So I got a number 5.
Okay. Brad, your 5s.
I don't watch NXT, but I thought, only to be fair, I would include NXT members as my number 5, and I include the same just based on what I've seen watching the highlights of Oba and Stephanie.
Gotcha.
Clearly, I say they're almost ready for the main roster, but you don't quite want them there because you want to like let them cook down in NXT to keep NXT going at that level. You don't want to sacrifice the brand and just become pure developmental. You still want people there to have that steam to push it along. So they'll be there. They'll be back. We'll be talking about them probably for WrestleMania next year. But keep them in NXT right now.
Matt, thoughts?
So my lists are basically who I enjoy watching the most in the ring right now, and that's some history behind them. So my number 5 guy is OVERBOOKED, the future king of the WWE, and my number 5 woman is Piper Niven.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I followed Piper for like 12 years in R&D. So,
okay.
All right. So mine are the number 5s. My number 5 male talent. When he hit the ring and took out 3 of the biggest baby faces in the company in a matter of 180 seconds, was one of the best debuts ever. So my number 5 male is Jacob Fatu, the Samoan Airwolf. My number 5 lady, also going down to NXT, is the beautiful madness Julia. It looks like they're going to heel turn her, and I've seen some of her stuff from Stardom and Marigold. Her as a heel, in a word, lethal. So, Ego, your number 4s.
Oh, so my number 4. I have watched this guy from Lucha to Impact to AEW and now to WWE. And although it bears no similarity to when Punk came back to the WWE after an 11-year hiatus, Penta Cero Miedo. That feeling felt very familiar for me. Like, I've watched this guy since 2014. I've been doing this since 2014. And I finally see this guy get the recognition he deserves to be on main television, on main roster, on Raw, on Netflix after the inaugural episode of Netflix?
No, it was the second one.
The second one, right? Okay, the second ever televised taping that's on Netflix was a huge moment for me. And he's done it with charisma, style, class, and he's already in WrestleMania. So
Let me
Pence
ask you
has
this.
done it before.
Here you go. When you walk down a hallway, do you do the strut?
Well, I mean, I if I had two eyes, I could, but now it's like it's too dangerous. I don't have Cero Miedo, okay? I have Uno Miedo. So number 4, I've got Alexa Bliss. I can see why you guys love her so much. I guess this is just me seeing her for the first time, and I'm really mad that her contract got signed so late, because if you were gonna have someone come back after a hiatus to win the Rumble, it really should have been Alexa over Charlotte. If you were gonna do this and have someone that's coming back to it, I would have had her, and she can cut a mean promo, and she does the friend fiend forever is amazing. So I got Alexa number 4.
And that pop was generational. That was one of the greatest pops. All right, Brad, your number 4 is.
So yeah, when I was looking at this entire thing, I was basically looking at like the last year for the top current roster, which is why I did not include Alexa. If she'd been active, I know she would have been in there, because just based on the past work. But for number 4, I have Jacob, that's who, and I have Tiffany. And obviously his in-ring work is fantastic. I've not seen a lot of his mic work, but I think you guys have said he's good on the mic.
Ramin. Oh, his mic work is ridiculous. He is good.
But they haven't really been playing that up. They've just been playing him as just like, just a ferocious beast.
Well,
So,
they're starting to let the leash out, aren't they, Matt?
Mhm.
They're starting to give him that leash to let him really go.
yeah. And the reason I put Tiffany in at number 4, honestly, I actually was going to have her higher, because there's very few women that I would put for top talent currently in the last year. Just the whole dream to disaster debacle.
Yeah.
She's having trouble treading at this point. Beforehand, it looked like it was a no-brainer. She's definitely got the talent. She can work the mic, but she's having problems right now. That's why I put her a little lower. Honestly, I think you get rid of Charlotte, and I think she's just fine.
Yeah.
Matt.
My number 4 is, by the way, Kevin Owens would be on my list if he were not injured. So,
Yeah.
Number 4 is, for the women, is Julia, and for the men is Pentagon Jr. I followed Pentagon Jr. since like 2010 or so. AAA, when he went to Lucha Underground, I was like, yeah, he's getting big now. Guy's a phenomenal performer. If you want to see an awesome intergender match, him and Chelsea Green, Reclusa, look it up. It's a great match.
Yeah. Hey,
They're not going to do it, but I would love it.
He had one with Chelsea. He had one with Kairi Sane. He had one with Io.
Sexy Star. He had,
Yeah.
Evil Lee. I think he had a match for Evil Lee as well. He knows how to do intergender matches, like in a way it makes the women look legit, but still looks like a man fighting a woman. Yeah.
Okay. Which we don't advocate, folks. Men fight. I didn't win. We're especially because Ego gets his ass kicked by Shiro.
I got suplexed one time.
I would pay for
so
a pay-per-view with Shiro kicking Ego's ass.
Yeah.
So my number 4s is basically the same as Matt. I'm not Matt. Brad and Ego's the number 5s. It's Obafemi and Stephanie Care. Once they hit the main roster, especially Stephanie, once she gets the English down, she's moving way up this list.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she is the second best female in-ring bell-to-bell talent that the WWE has, period. That's how good she is. All right, Ego, your number 3s.
Number 3s. I've got Cody Rhodes and Liv Morgan for number 3s. Cody Rhodes is because he completed his story within the last year. Anyone you put at him, he's tried to make it work to the best of his ability. We know it's been kind of a wait and see until we got to this WrestleMania to see who his real opponent's going to be. But I mean, excellent on the mic, way over with the crowd, and the champ. Liv Morgan, if you told me last year that she would even be within my top 10, I would have said you're crazy. But I would have said that the bumps that she's taken has really moved her up on the ladder, and as
She's
well
a
as
savage.
for her.
She's
Yeah,
a
like I
savage.
mean, and it's not just when you think like, yo, being able to sell. It's like no, like I mean, we got bruises the next day. I mean, brutal spots. I mean, she's considerably up her game. I didn't know she had this in her, but I mean, just her resilience, being able to sell and to technically win without actually winning the match has got me in at number 3 for her.
Gotcha. Brad, your number 3s.
Number 3, I'm putting Gunther and Io
Nice.
Sky.
Nice.
Gunther is he's a great heel. I never want to see Gunther as a face. I just want to see him as just like literally Ivan Drago from Rocky IV all the time.
You're not wrong.
Just decimating people with precision. The ring general. Io Sky, I mean, the skills are incredible. Incredible. That's why I'm like, I don't want to see her lose the belt. I want her to have a chance. The thing that she's missing is just, the ability to speak as good as, English. Maybe she,
right.
Yeah, maybe she needs, a manager or something there. But even with what she's been doing in the current setup for this match, she's saying a lot without saying a word.
Right.
True.
Hi, Charlotte. Wow, Mr. Preston, if I could remove a chat, I would give you the ego treatment for that take there for your lady. I'm just saying. But you have not, sir. Matt, you're in the number 3s.
For reasons we have all mentioned before, my number 3s are Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf, and Stephanie Wakur.
Okay. My number 3s. It's the OTC, Roman Reigns. Solid work and is the biggest star in the game now. Absolutely. No question. My number 3 for the ladies.
I can't hear anyone.
I can hear
Hear
you.
We hear him.
Hear us?
We hear you.
Hear us?
We hear you.
It's me? Is it me?
Yeah, it's you.
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
It's you. So my number 3 for the ladies, it's Tiffy time.
Oh, wow.
At 24 years old.
I'm going to drop out and come back.
Okay. At 25, she is amazing. Absolutely amazing as to what she can do. She's a duck to the water. Gotta get the promo skills going a little bit more. That comes with time. Well, yeah. So there we go with that. All right, Ego, your number 2s.
Number 2, men's, I got Roman Reigns. Women's, I've got Io Sky. Roman Reigns, without question, is one of the bigger names, but I like the fact that it's not like he's being paraded out to the next challenger. They like to wait to see him to give him a big enough opponent that's going to be able to face him.
That was weird.
So I actually like the way they've been
Hi, Miss
setting up the
Sparkles.
last. Sparkles. And for Io Sky, she's fantastic in the ring. She's getting better with the promos from what I've seen. And I like the fact that whenever there's a lull in whatever match she's in, she does this yell and does this shit right here. And everyone's like, I don't know what's going to happen, but yeah, my energy's back up. I like wrestlers that actually know what the crowd's feeling in the moment and can say, okay, well, it's getting a little bit boring. Let's get them hyped up for something big. And Io Sky can actually do the dangerous moves that you're thinking about doing in what might be a dull point in a great match. So I've got Io at number 2 and Roman there as well.
Cool. Brad, your number 2s.
My number 2 woman is Rhea Ripley because, I mean, look what she's done this year. I mean, she's been great. She continues to be great. She needs to definitely get a new program, though, and develop something different away from Liv Tyler. Jesus, Liv Morgan. My number 2 actually is going to be a change-up. And honestly, Joker, it's because of something you said earlier in the show. My number 2, Seth Rollins. He wasn't there originally.
Okay.
But when you were, I mean, he was on my list. My list has been kind of malleable.
Right.
But when like you're saying, everything he's done this year, he's the workhorse. He's the one. If like Triple H needs someone to do something, he's like, I'm there, dude. He's stepping up, and this is like a consummate veteran who's confident in whatever role he plays, whether it's heel or face. He just rolls with it and keeps it going. So I mean, Seth Rollins,
Definitely. Matt, you're number twos.
So you're saying Seth Rollins is kind of like your plan B.
Oh God, enough with the plan B. Jesus, right.
I'll make it happen.
So my number two man is the one half of the greatest wrestling match of all time. He is the king of strong style, Shinsuke Nakamura. He is pure magic in the ring, his wrestling ability. Always puts the other guys over. Safe wrestler. Can go strong style with those who want to do the strong style. Those who do North American style. After that. And my number two woman, criminally underused in WWE. Triple H to fix this. Is La Reclusa herself, Chelsea Green.
Alrighty. Chelsea Green. Hey, she's providing jobs. I mean, Alba Fire would have joined Isla Dawn if not for Chelsea Green. So there you go. My number two. I had actually done this for my own chat, for my own content earlier, and I had him at number two, and this was prior to the injury, but I can't, in good faith, take him off of this. It's Kevin Owens, for the same reason that Brad said. Seth, I know. Okay. No, right now we're talking about the current rosters, but we will definitely be talking about best all-time or all-time top fives in the very near future. So, I mean, Kevin Owens is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And anyone who says Kevin Owens sucks is an idiot. I'm just saying. For the same reason, can do anything, heel, face, promo, comedy. He can play any role and does it amazing. I mean, his comedic timing when he was with You Just Made the List was hilarious. Absolutely wonderful.
That was an awesome segment.
Right? All right. Ego. Oh, and for my top lady, the MVP of last year and right now.
Number two.
Two. So right now, she was the MVP of last year. And as of right now, she's the MVP of this year. Liv Morgan. Absolutely. There's no question. I mean, proof of what you get. Proof that when you give somebody a program and a character that they can sink their teeth into, look what you can and get. And she has embraced this character. She knows this character, and it is beautifully obnoxious. And I love whenever she is on screen. I cannot wait for a Liv Morgan segment. Okay, we've come to our number ones. Right. Ego, you're number one.
All right, I'm kind of do this in reverse order that I had it. Number one woman, I've got Tiffany Stratton. Number one guy, CM Punk. Tiffany Stratton, meteoric rise. Again, thank you guys for putting me onto this group because I would not have seen that rise in more or less real time had it not been for y'all. I actually do not fault her at all for the, I guess, the communication dust-ups that she's had between her and Charlotte Flair. I don't put any responsibility on her to know what to do in a position she's never been in when the veteran who's been here for a decade plus is a little bit jealous and doesn't want to give up their spot and can't handle heel heat. So I put nothing with her on this with her matches coming up. I mean, she's been fantastic. I mean, she held the titty time for a long time. She had us wishing she would cash in that damn Money in the Bank for 6 months almost?
5.
5 months? I mean, damn, we had championship blue balls at that point. But I mean, the payoff was fantastic.
Well, to be fair, Carmella held it for 10 months at one point.
It is fair. It's I understand. It's just, I was like, man, like I want to get the thing. Let's get this thing jumping. She's over. Let's do this. But I mean, so she finally did it. I know. I know. I had 3 of them in my head when I said it, and there's probably more that came out after I said that. But yeah, she's been doing great. And I mean, after this feud with Charlotte's over, hopefully it is over. I look forward to the next point because that's going to be where she really shines or really says, okay, this is a new slate. Let's begin the era of Tiffy time. Number 1, CM Punk. I think the thing about CM Punk is he doesn't have to have a belt or any stipulation on the line for me to be already in on watching his match. I swear to God, if you told me that there was a World Nursery Rhyme Championship and you had to deliver a promo, can you imagine him saying the Itsy Bitsy Spider? Because you had the Itsy Bitsy Spiders going up the water spout, and then down came the rain and that spider out. I'm like, damn, that's hot. Give him the Nursery Rhyme Championship right there. He can do anything that he's involved in. And
better than yeeting.
He's in it.
Better than yeeting.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? I said he's not on the 5. He's not 5. That doesn't mean he's not 6. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So yeah, I got CM Punk just because whenever
That is so cute.
whether it's UFC, WWE, or the Mayans, he's fantastic. So he's number 1 for me.
Okay, Brad.
Number 1 woman, Liv Morgan. I would have never thought this was going to be Liv Morgan ever, based on what I saw before. I thought this was like at best a mid-carder if she tried. This is a complete personality change, complete style change. Like you said, the punishment she's taken. Holy crap. I mean, she's coming. I don't think there's been any other woman that's been this bloody this year in the WWE at all.
No.
So, I mean, it's like, want to see her more. It's like, what a fantastic bottle of wine. Give me another one. Give me another bottle of Scotch.
Yeah.
I want it all. 18-year Macallan. Yes, another one. I'll keep going. Number 1, I'm picking Punk. The reason I let Eagle borrow that documentary about Punk to see who Punk was, to really understand who Punk was. Punk was
so badass.
Punk was the anti-establishment before Donald Trump came around. But honestly, the thing, I don't need to talk about Punk's mic skills or his ring skills. I just want to point out the Punk is being a pretty good company guy right now.
Yeah,
which is
because he's so cancerous.
Yeah.
He'll be a company guy until he's not. Like he'll just blow up and then he'll be it.
Okay.
Well, so far, he's actually
if an arsonist sets fire to 15 buildings and goes to a 16th building, what do you think is going to happen? I mean,
so basically you're saying
that's a discussion for another time.
I understand you think he's the John Calipari of pro wrestling, but so far he's existing, which is impressive, knowing his history so far.
Okay, Matt, your number 1s.
So my number 1 woman is Alexa Bliss. I've been a fan of her since our second match ever. She's not only, it's not just because she's the most beautiful woman in the history of professional wrestling. It's because she's a phenomenal wrestler. She's a total package. She can talk. She can walk the walk. She has charisma. She can put people over. She's the whole package as far as being a female wrestler goes. And number 1 man is the other half of the greatest wrestling match of all time, AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. I was so happy when he came to WWE. Even if Vince wasted him, wasted Shinsuke, wasted KO, wasted Sammy, wasted Samoa Joe, he still got the sort of top level phenomenal push, so to speak, on his own merits. As the Undertaker calls AJ, he's Undertaker is the best wrestler under 6 feet of all time. The guy is amazing, and he's intelligent. He knows his body. He's going to retire by the time he's 50. He says, because he doesn't want to ruin his body. Like some guys have done after 50. So he's my number 1 guy.
All right, and for me, number 1 guy, I think it's obvious the way I talk about this guy. It's CM Punk. I mean, ever since the 2010s has been the guy. He's been the guy. He's been the voice of the voiceless, mic work, don't even need to. His resume speaks for itself. In-ring work, and when he came back at Survivor Series in Chicago, that pop was absolutely legendary. And the number one lady, it's the genius of the sky. It's Io. She is by far the best. This may be a hot take, but she's not just the best. She's not just the best bell to bell on the women's roster. She's the best bell to bell, period, on the entire WWE roster. The woman is one of the best wrestlers in the world. She is that good. So, yeah, my number fives. My fives through ones. And yeah, that will take us into going into the weekend. Mr. Left Eye Ego, what do you have coming up, sir?
And still working on some things in the background. If you want to go back and check out what you should fix at a meal for your gangbang, just check out me and Shiro's Ordinary Games episode from this past Sunday. But otherwise, that's all I got for going on for now. But again, a few stuff that's going on behind the scenes that I'll hopefully show you guys very soon.
That is a thought I never want to hear. You and Shiro making food for a gangbang.
I would say, if it was a catering service, what do you need to serve there before people get served? Is all I'm saying.
Plan B.
Tacos, lots of tacos.
That's a plan B.
Plan B too, yeah.
Mr. Bradley Burnett, Duke Devil 95, what do you have coming up, sir?
On my channel this morning, we premiered this week's episode of Wormhole Watch. We watched the first season episode, 15th episode, Progress, where there's a lot of Bajoran hate. We don't know why, but apparently this is going to be a constant thing. I will be doing my review of the season finale of Daredevil Born Again. Holy crap, what the hell happened? And I'm weighing doing Doctor Who and Andor. I don't know yet. Otherwise, I'll be enjoying my time here in Vegas for the next few days.
At your undisclosed location.
Yeah, it's not the biggest, the bestest, hugest place ever.
Gotcha. And Matt, the Matster Matanza Cueto, the Unbearable 73. What do you have coming up, sir?
Okay, so I have to drop right after this, by the way, Joe, because my back is right. But what I got coming up, I have my WrestleMania 2 videos for predictions that are up right now. So not one and not 2 separate short videos. On the questionnaires, our review of Wheel of Crime episode 7 should be up sometime in the next couple of days. Obviously, we're here Wednesday, overbooked next week. I might. That's kind of where I'm going right now.
Gotcha.
I
All right.
want to drop now, guys. My back is kind of blowing up. So.
All right, Matt. No worries, buddy. And Ego, apparently Charlotte has a suggestion for you.
No, that's post meal. We're talking pre meal. That's
Okay.
great for post meal. Pre meal is
As for myself, I will be having my NXT Stand and Deliver video coming out this Friday. Actually, tomorrow, myself and this guy will be going to WWE World, which is basically the biggest pro wrestling shopping mall at the Las Vegas Convention Center. And then I will also be attending NXT Stand and Deliver Saturday morning. When I get home, I will make an announcement half an hour after I get home. I will be doing a live recap. If anyone has watched the show, they can feel free to jump on, and we will doing a live recap. But until then, folks, and also next week, we're coming back with our results of WrestleMania 41. So until next time, for all of us here at Wednesday Night is Overbooked, keep talking, keep smiling, keep having fun. And until next time, doodles.
And here we go.
is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.